Truish, your soft news bulletin delivered hot off the press to you by me, Daisy Maskell. And joining me this week as my expert correspondent is Archie Maddocks. Hey.
What's going on? You all right?
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Good.
I'm all right, yeah.
I see you're kitted up today. You're representing.
I am a gooner. I'm representing. We had a mad loss yesterday, but I'm representing. I still believe. I still think we're going to do it. And if we don't, I'm burning all this shit.
We were talking about, because I was previously a Tottenham fan and now I'm an Arsenal fan. And I was saying I got into it from the Amazon. It is called All or Nothing, right? I used to call it In It to Win It, and my boyfriend used to rub him up the wrong way.
It's all or nothing.
And that's what got me into supporting Arsenal. But for you, as a diehard Arsenal fan, that's what kind of turned you off.
If I was ever on the edge, it was during the times of that doc. And I remember watching it. I was watching it with my girlfriend. Yeah. And she was like, this is really good. It's so dramatic. And I'm like, this guy's a dickhead, man. What's he doing? Like playing Anfield. So just get us to play football, man. I thought he was galaxy braining the whole thing, innit? So.
I feel like that series was very much for the girlies.
Might have been. I mean, she loved it.
Yeah.
My girlfriend loved it. So yeah, she was an Arsenal fan before because that was one of the incumbent things on us being together. Was
really?
Yeah. If she was a Tottenham fan, we wouldn't be together. Put it that way.
Fine. So that was a deal breaker for you.
I've broken up with people finding out they're Tottenham.
Stop it.
Yeah.
So how early on into you dating did you ask that question, or is it very much
it's like
first
the third
date?
question in?
No.
Yeah, third question in.
So give me your two questions before that, and then what football team do you support?
I can't remember what the first question was. The second question is also because she's mixed like me, and I'm like, so what's this mix going on? Like, what is it?
Yeah.
Found that out, and I'm like, okay, does your family support a football team? And if so, what? And that's when I got serious. So I leant forward. I'm like, because if you say Tottenham, West Ham, I'll accept. If it's Millwall or Tottenham, I'm out. Because Millwall, I ain't going down them places just to see your family. Forget it. And Tottenham is just, you may as well have punched my mum in the head repeatedly. Like it's just not. It's not happening.
And you weren't on the conversion side that you've not got time for that.
But I ain't no Christian like that. I ain't trying to convert people, revert nothing. Like you're the thing from when we start, or you're not the thing. Yeah. That's the way I see it.
Yeah, I get it. I love it, and I love that you're represented today. Archie, what is on your docket this week? What you got for me?
I've been nominated for a BAFTA, TV BAFTA.
Fun.
Yeah. So I'm trying to get the styling done.
Yeah.
And it's stressful, man. It's really stressful. I'm trying to get the rights because I like a loud suit. If I'm going to wear a suit, I want a loud one. And not that many places have loud suits that are already made. Yeah. And so I'm like, right now I'm debating, do I have to buy a loud suit that I'm never going to wear again? Or do I just wear the plain black suit? Because like, I wanted to go in a tracksuit, and they were like, "You can't. We're not going to let you in if you do that." I was like, "I'll wear a tie." They're like, "Nah, you're not." There's
really?
no way.
They're strict like that with the dress.
Yeah. Proper black tie stuff. They were like, "You can't come in a tracksuit." I'm like, "All right, cool." So yeah, I'm trying to sort out my suit and stuff for that. It's depending on when this goes out, either it'll be a celebration or that suit's getting burned. If it was up to me, I would wear the same clothes change of clothes, but the same thing in it. So I'd have the same tracksuit, just 9 different versions.
Who does that? Zuckerberg, right? He literally has 5 t-shirts that he wears.
Zuckerberg does that. I heard Gervais does that.
Yeah.
What's his name? Harry Potter. What's it? Radcliffe.
Oh, did he do it?
Yeah, because to annoy paparazzis, they can't take pictures of him. Which I'm like, that's not me. I just don't like having the choice.
That's so funny. That's so smart. So what, he wears it so that they can't get,
because it looks like it's the same picture every time.
So funny.
Even though in some I'm like, but you have a beard sometimes, and other times you don't have a beard. So surely they would know it's different.
Wait, they had those like chrome cars that celebs were driving around, weren't they? To stop the
little flashing
being
things.
able to take.
Yeah, I feel like papping's kind of fallen off now, though, isn't it? Because everyone can do it, so it's not the same as it was in the 90s.
What's the going rate
nuts.
to be a pap anymore?
I've got no idea. I might get into it.
Yeah.
See what's good. I mean, you'll see me coming though. That's the thing. I'm not like a conspicuous person, so it'll be quite hard.
That would be a fun little side hustle. But Jodie Marsh was a good one.
Jodie Marsh. I remember them. Abby Titmus, all them people, innit?
Do you remember she used to have the belt?
Yeah.
That picture, if you got a picture of her with that belt, she like wore a belt as a top, and they were selling it for thousands, hundreds of thousands.
I'm a mid-30s man. Of course I had that picture everywhere at all times. But nah, the 90s and noughties, there was some mad things that happened. I talk about this regularly with my friends. They're like, how come that was a lot? Like the whole thing of like, if you messed up, there might be an adult in the room that might just give you a slap that's not your parents. And then you just got to if your parents find out, they would then hit you for making someone else hit you. I'm just like, what's going on?
I also think like 90s kids. Are you 90s?
I'm born 80s, but yeah, grew up in the 90s. Okay, you grew up 90s.
Yeah. They were like just raised different. I was the end of the 90s. I was 97.
Right.
But I just feel like the parenting style was, it was just unmatched.
Yeah, I would like I'm a parent now, and some of the stuff my parents done, I would I remember for about 3 days they didn't know where I was. They just didn't know, they didn't care, they didn't ring anyone, and I turned up with a scar on the back of my head because I'd fallen off something, and they're like, "Oh, you all right?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine." And then it was just we had dinner, and then I was like, "Oh, I'm going out again." That's how it was.
How would you describe your parenting style?
I would say my dad says I'm strict, but I'm like, because you had no rules. That's why you just let anything happen. But I don't think I'm strict. I think I let my kids be who they want to be to a point where I'm not a gentle parent. Don't get it twisted. Like if they're doing some mad shit, I'm like, hey, what's wrong with you? Like, calm down. But I'm not. I let a lot of things go, but then I tell them about themselves when they're being mad. I mean, one, they're 3 and 2, so I can't go hard on them yet. I mean, the 3-year-old does get the brunt of when I'm vexed with her when she's done something nuts. But yeah, I think I'm quite a laid back parent, really. How
do you deal with? Because I always see videos of parents talking about how you've obviously got your own parenting style and everyone's very judgmental on each other's parenting styles, and you've got your own little thing going on in your household, but how do you deal with interacting with another child and a parent that's been raised differently to your kids? So like those gentle parents that,
I hate it.
How do you deal with that? Because like I've seen so many stories of people saying that they've taken their kids' toys and then they go to the parent to try and get the toy back and the parent doesn't want to intervene.
No, I tell my kids, I'm like, look, if someone takes your toy, fucking take that toy back. I talk about this on stage, but it does get me in trouble because it did happen. It's like my girl was trying to go down a slide in a playground. Playgrounds are just like the nuttiest environments. And this little boy wouldn't let her go down the slide. And so I said, look, just move him out the slide. Everything's going to be cool. And he turned around and bit her. And so I went, for me, I'm like, I don't care how old the kid is. I'm going to fight a kid. I don't care. If you're biting my kid, I went over and I started to, I went, hey, big man, listen.
And I bit him.
Yeah, you can't. I threatened to. That's the worst thing, is I went, look, if you bite my kid again, I'm going to bite you, innit? Right? Because I thought that's a language he understands. And then I just see some little thing appear here, and it was the dad of that kid. And went, did you threaten to bite my son? I was like, look, I'll bite you and your kid. I don't care. Move your kid from my kid, man. So I go much harder than I need to. But yeah, I know that's probably not the right way, but I'm going to protect my children from biters, man. I can't. The worst thing is my second daughter, she's the biter. So I don't know what to do about that. I kind of like it. I respect it a bit. I'm like, yeah, you bite them kids.
I feel like it's the parents that are so much harder to deal with in like soft plays and in playgrounds than the kids themselves.
Some of these parents out there, well, I'm just like, I don't understand why you had children. Really, like when their kids done something mad, like they've thrown a metal spade, it's nearly hit a baby in a pram, and they're just going, oh, have you thrown the spade? I'm like, bruv, discipline your kid, man. Like he's mad. He's gonna grow up killing kittens, bruv. Stop. And they're just like, oh yeah, he's just expressing himself. I'm like, no, he's not. We need to stamp this out. We need to be tyrants with these children, man.
It is mad out there. It is mad, and it's so funny to hear that is the reality. Because I always think, is this just inflated for TikTok? But the fact that that's the reality, and you had an immediate story ready to tell me.
Oh, I've got about 20. It's not that kind of podcast, but I've got a lot of them stories.
Oh, that's funny. Well, we're actually kind of staying on the topic of kids. This is something that came up on my algorithm that I wanted to get your thoughts on. I came across, this is a fun little study. Researchers in the Netherlands took a group of children with asthma to a theme park and they made them ride high-speed roller coasters multiple times. And apparently, it actually helped with their symptoms. The mix of adrenaline and forced breathing can open up your airways. Are we into this?
Yeah, you're slamming them through the air. Of course, it's going to clear them out a bit. Like, that makes total sense. It's like you cure someone of a fear from heights by hanging them off a building. Like, obviously, it's going to help in some regard. No, do you know what? I think kids need exposing to as much things as you can expose them to when, like, obviously in a safe way. I'm not sure about taking the asthma kids on a mad roller coaster. That seems a bit nuts to me. I swear scientists get away with some mad stuff.
Could
in
you
the name
imagine?
Of science.
Just herding a group of asthmatic kids and sticking them on stealth.
Fix cancer. What are you doing? Why are you doing stuff like this? There's all stuff that needs doing. And you're like, yeah, let's take some kids to a theme park for science. That's bollocks, man. They just wanted a day out.
Are you a roller coaster person?
Nah, I hate it.
Really?
Yeah. I hate that fake fear, fake adrenaline stuff.
Have you always been anti, or as you've got older?
I'm more so as I'm older,
Same.
I didn't like it back then, but like all my friends was always liking them. And then when it got to the big roller coasters, I'd fake something like, oh, my hay fever's acting up, I can't go, like or something like that. But yeah, I've never enjoyed them. I don't get it.
Will you go like on a family day to a theme park, or that's just not in your?
Nah. No. They're not going no roller coaster. I'll take them and I'll go, look, you want to go? You're going by yourself. I ain't taking you on that. Yeah. You can go on the teacups or whatever. Even then, I don't want to go on that.
The teacups get me. See, I'll do a roller coaster. As I've got older, it's so weird. I don't know what it is. Maybe your perception of like fear and just life in general changes a little bit. I would go on roller coasters as a kid, but now it's like there's something switched in my brain where I'm like, I don't want to do that. Yeah. Teacups and those like fairground waltzers, I can't do those. Anything spinning around is not for me.
I don't like being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I'm at the point where I'm like, I don't need to do this.
We like a comfortable life now.
I like it. Listen, even for this podcast today, I was like, I'm sitting down. I need to get up. I'm like, they better have chairs in this place, because if I'm standing doing a podcast, I'm like, nah, I'm not on it. I love sitting down. That's my favorite thing.
Okay, I also want your thoughts on this, Archie. This was a weird rabbit hole that I went down recently about people who feed pigeons.
Yeah. Okay,
so I want to know where you stand on this debate, because I didn't realize this was such a controversial thing. So these people, they're not just like doing it for fun. They're actually professional pigeon feeders. So they will go out at a specific time to a town square every day with bags of food, and they end up having like really real relationships with the pigeons that they're feeding.
All right, first of all, no, they fucking don't. They don't have no real relationship with an old dinosaur. They just don't. It don't exist. Are we talking about London pigeons or?
No, this is a nationwide thing. So there's actually groups on Facebook of these pigeon feeders. And so not only do they share their like tips and tricks in their relationships, they also experience a lot of abuse, because... Of
course they do.
Because some people see them as feeding the problem.
Yeah.
Like they've talked about getting paint thrown on them. Like it's causing serious issues in certain towns.
That's a bit far. The paint is a bit far. But like, I get it. Do you know what it is? In London, I'm like, don't feed them pigeons. They're dirty pigeons. But it's like city rats versus country rats, isn't it?
Yeah.
If I see a rat and I'm like in Wales or something, I'm like, oh no, it's a lovely little wild animal. It's probably, there's no plague on it. But here, I'm like, oh, get that thing out. It needs to go. And so for pigeons, me personally, I'm not a pigeon guy. I don't like them. My little daughter loves them, which is really weird. She loves them. Every pigeon, she's like, look, pigeon. I'm like, yeah, pigeon. Don't go near it. And I have a run in every couple of weeks, I would say, in my local park. I've got a dog. When I'm walking a dog around, sometimes there's this one guy who I go around, he's got the pigeons all on him, like that Home Alone woman.
Oh, really? Okay, like, what's that film with that pigeon lady?
Home Alone. Home Alone 2.
Oh, yeah, Home Alone.
And but like when he does it, so he's got all the seeds and that, and the pigeons, they'll be on him, and he's laughing and go, ha, 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 ha. And I'm like, brother, just just don't.
Oh, that's a bit much for me.
Yeah, I don't. And everyone goes, oh, look, it's so nice, he's feeding the pigeons. I'm like, I don't think this is nice. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think this is fucking disgusting, man. And I always, he's got dog treats, so my dog always goes up to him, and I'm like, don't go near the pigeon man, leave the pigeon man alone. And when my youngest daughter's seen him, she's like, look at what he's doing. I'm like, nope.
That's who she wants to be when she's older.
Yeah. She's looking at that guy going, right, you can do stuff like this. I'm like, no, you can't do stuff like that. It's unacceptable. But
so he's known as the pigeon. Well, he must be if he's standing there.
To me, he's a pigeon man.
Yeah.
I don't know his name. I don't know what his story is. Maybe they're his pigeons. I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Because I think so from what I was reading, the debate or the controversy stems from the fact that I think we used to own pigeons as pets, right?
Pigeons, yeah.
And then all of a sudden one day we just decided we don't want these things anymore. We let them all go and now we hate them.
Because pigeons shouldn't exist. That's the mad thing.
Really?
They're a former domestic. This is where I'm proper like into nature and animals and stuff. So a lot of pigeons, like wood pigeons, the ones that go,
Oh, I like those
them
ones. Yeah. They're
They're
crazy.
like wild pigeons, and you can see what wild pigeons are. But a lot of like the London and city pigeons are former homing pigeons that have just bred and gone out of control. That's why they're so comfy around humans and stuff like that. They'll come up to us, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And so I kind of feel a little bit bad for them because we just went, we don't want you near us no more. So I'm like, well, we do have to take care of them a little bit. Like you know how we've bred cows to be so domesticated that now cows can't be wild. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, we need to take care of these cows. We can't just let them loose because they won't survive.
Yeah.
You know, they just won't cope. So I get it. It's the London pigeons that get.
It's a regional thing.
Yeah, if we're in Reading or something, I'm like, all right, them pigeons are calm. I don't mind them pigeons. It's my personal bias is against London ones specifically.
Yeah, they've got a different type of energy. That's so funny. Did you watch the? I love that you're into like nature and animals, and do you love a little bit of David Attenborough?
I do.
What is your what? Do you have a niche? Is there like a certain type of animal and nature program that you're into?
I like animals, weird animals that do things that like quite rare. So stuff like eyes. You know what eye is?
No.
It's like it looks like a weird electrocuted lemur, and it's got one long finger that it taps on the thing.
Do. They look for maggots in the bark. They're so
stuff
cute.
like that. I'm fascinated by stuff like that.
Yeah.
And David Attenborough is an interesting one to me. When he's around the animals, they're always wound up. Have you noticed that? Like they're always, remember them? Like what was it? Walruses were throwing themselves off the cliff when he was there. I'm like, animals don't do this. Yeah, this is you, bruv. It's like, when you're around someone's house, like your auntie's house or whatever, and there's a dog, she leaves, she's like, don't wind up the dog. And the moment she leaves, like in the dog's face. I'm sure that's what Attenborough's doing to them walruses.
He rolls them up to get his, like Jack Black in King Kong, just there, just filming the
messing
chaos.
with them.
Yeah, messing with them and then getting
just
the chaos.
Flapping under the walrus's tusks and that. Just like, right, I'm going to throw myself off the cliff to get away from this guy. Like, I can't,
Did you see the Netflix Dinosaurs?
Yeah.
That was kind of cute.
Yeah, I do. I really like dinosaurs, but my view of them has changed after I found out that like the way they put together bones, they don't know any of the physical things, so they just assume the dinosaurs look like that.
So they'll have obviously the bones, I guess like the layout, but then everything they build around it is obviously from
more time than not. It
kind of makes sense because I was looking at some of the dinosaurs that were coming out in that program. I was like, this is like a 3 a.m.
You look at them and you're like that bald one that headbutt stuff. I'm like, nah, this Mr. Burns looking dinosaur. I don't think that one was around. Like that's fake.
Did you see the little trip around the moon?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
What is in? Do I think it was fake?
So do you think the first moon landing was real?
I don't care. Like if it was or it weren't. Well. Like I don't care. Even if America done it to beat the Russians.
Yeah.
I do find it odd that no one's gone back to the moon since that time.
Do you think we did? Like, did we ever land on the moon?
Yeah, I think we went to the moon.
Yeah. Okay.
I think so.
Okay.
I do question why we've never gone back, which makes me go, they probably found some stuff on the moon that they don't want people to find out about. And I always thought like if when Armstrong, when he died, or Buzz Aldrin, I always thought, you had the best opportunity before you died. Your last words to go, we weren't alone, and just go. I was like, why didn't you do that, bro? Because that would have been so good. But yeah, I think we went to the moon. I don't know why they've done this whole moon thing.
Yeah.
I don't really know the reasons behind it.
Because I think they're looking to go back next year and actually land, right? So
why didn't they do that this time?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I think they just went for a little look
at
around.
The back of the moon. Oh, God, bruv, you're wasting so much money. The world is dying. Like, hurry up. Do something that's going to fix it, or don't.
Yeah. Would you ever, like, if someone I know you said you're not a adrenaline junkie, you would never go.
Absolutely.
Never.
For what? For what reason? There's so much stuff out there that I do not need to see. I ain't even been Asia. Like, I'd rather see that than go to space. I don't know. There's no way.
I feel like we both have, we're both similar in a way where like there are certain things out there that are unknown and I'm just not really willing to go into the wormhole of. There are certain things that I'm just happy that exist. And
I don't need to know certain stuff.
Ignorance is bliss with certain subjects, I think.
Yeah, I'm well happier not knowing how stuff works. Because the moment you find out, you then go, that's so, like, I'm happy with a plane just going, that flies great. I don't want to know the ins and outs about combustion speeds and all that. Because then I'm going to be doing calculations in my head I don't understand and finding reasons to be scared.
Do you know, the only thing I will say actually that I guess differs from this is I don't want to know the ins and outs of how stuff works, but what I am kind of interested in is the worst case scenario.
Nah, not
so
me.
I'm bad with flying. I don't like flying.
Yeah,
on
same.
every flight, I will get drunk. Like I will get blind drunk on the flight so that I don't know what's going on, and then I don't care what happens. That's my.
We handle alcohol differently because if I got drunk on the flight, it'd be a fucking issue for everybody.
No, I just need to be at a point where I just go to sleep and I wake up and it doesn't matter what happens in between. But what I will do to try and kind of get over my fear of flying is I'll watch those like Mayday air crash investigations.
Never.
I just want to see the crash or like what happens in the lead up. I don't care about the investigation after, but I just want to know if this does go down, what am I going to be seeing?
What can you do? If it does, this is why I don't want to know.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to hear some noise and then be like, I heard that noise in that documentary. That means we're going down. And then we don't go down. And I'm like, so why didn't we go down? Do you know what I mean? I don't want to know none of that.
Yeah.
What I like knowing is I like knowing enough information to be able to have a strong opinion that I don't fully understand and may be completely wrong. But just enough information so that I've got an opinion on everything. The news, politics, all of it. Like I don't want to be well informed, but I want to be informed enough so that I'm not a prick.
Yeah, informed about a lot of little information about a lot of things.
Yeah. So it looks like I'm smart, but if anyone asks a follow-up question, I'm done. Like, I'm cooked. I can't answer anything.
But you've got to deliver that first bit of information like you do know information.
Pure authority.
Yeah.
Front it out. And if they go, so what do you feel about this? I'm like, I don't know three of the words you just used, so I don't have an opinion.
What you got coming up for the rest of the year? So you're off to the BAFTA soon, right?
I'm off to the BAFTAs, depending on when this comes out. I'm off to the BAFTAs in May. I'm going out to the Caribbean to see my dad with my kids. And hopefully I am doing a few film and TV things. Hopefully celebrating the Arsenal title in North London in a couple of weeks' time. So,
so we're still wishing you all of the luck in the world.
Good. I hope so too.
I'm excited to see the suit too.
Yeah, me too. I don't know what it's going to be. So yeah, let's hope it's a nice one.
It'll be good.